Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. The showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism, O goddess, contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna-Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam Kansa-chanura-mardanam Devakim Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Now today is our reading of the 18th Shloka of the Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, the 4th Adhyaya of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And from this shloka, actually, Sri Krishna starts dwelling into that intricate subject, the Gahana Karmano Gatihi. He had told us in the 17th chapter that the inscrutable, extremely intricate is the nature of this subject of karma. And today now he is going to tell us about karma and akarma. So what Sri Krishna says, karmaṇyakarma paśhyed akarmaṇi karmayaha sa buddhimān manuṣhyeṣhu sa yuktaḥ kṛitsna-karma-kṛit. Karmaṇyakarma paśhyed. Karmaṇi akarma paśhyed. Karmaṇi akarma paśhyed. One who sees inaction in action. Akarmaṇi paśhyed karma. One who sees inaction in action. Karmaṇi karmayaha. And action in inaction. So this is a great paradox that Sri Krishna is teaching right from this first teaching on what is karma and what is akarma. What is action, what is inaction. What Sri Krishna says, one who perceives, one who understands, one who sees inaction in action and action in inaction. Sa buddhimān manuṣhyeṣhu. Saha. Saha is he. Buddhimān manuṣhyeṣhu. He is the wisest among the men. He is the wisest among the all being. Saha yuktaḥ kṛitsna-karma-kṛit. He is a great yogi of the performer of all actions. Kṛitsna-karma-kṛit. Kṛitsna-karma-kṛit is performer of all actions. He is the great yogi, one who sees inaction in action. Akarmaṇi karmayaha paśhyed. And one who sees action in inaction. He is the one who is the wisest among the all beings, and he is a yogi and accomplisher of everything. He is the one who actually does everything. He is the real karma yogi. One who sees inaction in action. Now this paradox, for that matter, is extremely difficult to understand. And that's why Krishna says that karmano gatihi. It is not so very easy. One should really be prepared to understand this intricate subject of karma, akarma, of the action, inaction. He who sees inaction in action and action in inaction, he is wise among men. He is a yogi and accomplisher of everything, of all the karmas. What is action and what is inaction? This idea of karma and akarma will vary from person's level of understanding. If I am sitting here meditating on my chosen ideal, on my Ishta Devata, if I am sitting here and somebody asks, what is he doing? Somebody who sees me just sitting idle, he is doing nothing. Is it nothing? Am I doing nothing? That is the question. For others, it may be inaction, but internally, if I am doing japa, mental japa, not even moving the lips, I am doing something. I am intensely involved in some activity, in some action. And the reverse. I am so much involved in doing some work, but I am not attached to that work. I am doing it. I am just an instrument doing that work. I am not attached. I am not the doer. I am just an instrument of the Divine Mother in doing that act. I am doing it, but still, I am not doing it. There is action, but there is still inaction. One example typically that is given, to explain this kind of phenomena of uh, action and inaction, thing which is actually we perceive as being in action, in motion. What happens when we are traveling by train? We are traveling and we look outside the window, and what happens? The entire outside surrounding, those fields and the trees, when we look out, we feel as if all those things are moving. They are revolving, all the trees, the mountains, the fields, the farms, the crop. But what in reality, they are just stationary from our perspective. In fact, actually, they are stationary. They are very much there. We are moving. We feel that our surrounding is taking rounds and rounds and rounds. I am at one place. I am not moving anywhere. But what is moving? It is the train. I am moving with the train. All those external things, they are stationary. And that is where we try to understand this complexity of creation, this complexity of action in inaction. That is how we try to understand this paradox. Action in inaction and inaction in action. So that is what Sri Krishna has started teaching us with this particular shloka of one who understands, one who knows inaction in action, and one who knows action in inaction. He is the wise among all the beings, and he is the accomplisher of all the deeds, of all the actions. He is the one who will accomplish. What is going to be the real accomplishment? It is the liberation. It is being freed from will. Moksha se ashubha. That is the ultimate objective. And that will happen when we try to understand this intricate, paradox of karma and akarma. Action is innate in Prakriti and inaction in Atman. What happens? The moment as a Jiva, we take birth in this Prakriti, we are bound by actions. That is the vibrancy. That is the quality of the Prakriti. That is the quality of this creation. Atman always is. Atman has got nothing to do. And therefore Sri Krishna had told us earlier that although I am the writer of this drama, I don't do anything. I am the creator, but I am not doing anything. I am aloof. I am detached. I am not attached. So the former is kinetic. The Prakriti, the creation element is kinetic, very active, boisterous. It cannot sit idle. It cannot sit quiet. But the latter, the Atman, is static, all in its own bliss. It has got nothing to do whether you are doing anything or not. Atman is enjoying its own glory, its own bliss. One is becoming and the other is being. Prakriti is becoming. Everything is happening. The creation, preservation, destruction, so very active. Action, action, action. That is the becoming. But the Atman is the being, the ultimate being. Ignorant are confused, being unable to distinguish between the two. So what is creation? What is the Atman? They get under the influence of this Maya and they start feeling the ignorant ones, they start feeling, I am the doer. For them, action becomes, it is my duty. I have to do it. I am doing it. I have done it. I have donated so much. I have given away so much. I have created, I have constructed so many hospitals. I have constructed so many schools. I have constructed the roads. I have constructed the ponds. I know all these things. I. Under that I consciousness, they actually forget what is action and what is inaction. Action is seen in inaction due to ignorance. But a man who has realized the truth, for him, he has understood what is action, what is inaction, who is the real doer. That makes the difference. And on that particular context, Sri Ramakrishna has given a very, very beautiful story he has told in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna has told that a boy, young lad, he starts playing around. He holds a pole and takes circular motions in full swing. Is all the danger of that boy falling down. But there is something because of which the boy does not fall down. What is that something? His grip on that pillar. His grip on that pole. Holding which he is making all the circular motions. Sri Ramakrishna says, what is that pole? Hold on to God like that and then do all the karma. Then although you are doing karma, you are not doing karma, you are inactive. People may see you to be active, doing so many things, but in reality, holding on to the Lord, you are doing His karma, you are inactive. You are not the doer, you are not doing anything, you are just an instrument in the hands of the Lord. You have hold on to that pole and you are taking rounds and rounds till the time your grip on that pole is strong enough. There is no danger of that boy to fall down. No. He has a grip on the Lord. So that is what Sri Ramakrishna has explained in that through that story that he told. Now, Sri Ramakrishna seemed all inaction externally. Whenever Sri Ramakrishna used to enter into samadhi, all his bodily functions used to stop. There was no blinking of the eyelids. Even breathing used to get stopped. No motion at all, just like a stone. Absolutely inactive from our perspective. What was happening? He had merged himself with his beloved Divine Mother. He had become one with his Divine Mother. Such a big action was happening on that plane. And we feel Sri Ramakrishna is just sitting idle, doing nothing. And even when he comes down on the lower plane, the normal plane, and starts talking to his devotees, making fun with the devotees, we see how much he is involved in talking to all these people. We perceived him to be so busy, so engrossed in all that action. But was he? His mind was somewhere else. His self was somewhere else. He is involved. Externally, we see he is playing with his children and all that. He is talking to his children. He is explaining all the intricate spiritual matters. He is explaining everything to his children. But he is active from our perspective. But he is inactive. When we read our Ma's life, Holy Mother, how busy she was all along. She was busy bringing up her niece, Radhu. She was busy taking care of her other nieces, Nalini, Maku, and all those households of, her brothers also she was taking care of. She was so much engrossed. Us, she was so very active. Internally, she was herself Mahamaya. What to talk about anything else then? We perceived her being so much active, engrossed doing my Radhu, my Radhu, my Radhu, and all that. But internally, she was absolutely inactive for that matter from our perspective. She did not do any of those things. She was cooking, she was cleaning the house, she was taking care of everything. She was worried about what will happen to that fellow, what will happen to that fellow. So much from our perspective. But internally, calm ocean, huge surface of that calm waters. That was Ma internally. So that is what Sri Krishna is telling this shloka to us. How to perceive, how to know inaction in action and action in inaction. The one who understands this is the greatest among the men. And that is the real mumukshu, who is seeking liberation, who is trying to understand this complexity of action in inaction and inaction in action. Karma, akarma. So that is Sri Krishna's first teaching with this particular 18th shloka of understand. Try to know inaction in action. Try to see action in inaction. And then you will get to know real truth of what is karma, what is akarma. So that was our reading of the 18th shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Swamiji.